Hey, man, 935 KDAY 90s Hip Hop back in the day. My name is Noah Ayala. It is an honor. It is a pleasure. You know, if you grew up in a certain era, what Dipset means. You know what that logo means. You know the moment they had. You know how they came, how they changed the game. And I got two very prestigious members of the set in the studio. I'm talking about Jim Jones. My boy Freaky Zeke. What up, guys?
Yeah, boy.
How you guys doing?
I'm good. This fire right here. This Perrier juice.
They
though.
got the watermelon over here,
You got the peach and cherry flavor. It's real fire.
Well, hold on, Jimmy. Hold on. We got to, first things first. One thing you've always been known for in this hip-hop game is you always come through swagged out, dripping.
No, I was like
where do we get this at, man? The pink? They be making fun of me for wearing pink, but I say it's salmon and keep it moving.
It's like today. This shit probably like $8. I got this from Forever 21.
Oh, for real?
Work on them. That's how you get your splash.
My man, the nigga Drake, for my son's birthday, he let him go to the OVO store and get everything out the OVO store. So it took me a few pants. This is actually my work outfit. I got my slips out backwards and shit like that. This is light drip. You heard?
Damn.
To the average eye, they probably say, "Oh, he dripping and shit like that." I've been trying to tell him fashion ain't everything. You gotta know how to get fly. You dig?
That's how Harlem shit.
Yeah, sheesh.
Why is Harlem so much doper when it comes to dressing than everywhere else on the planet?
We try to do a lot with a little.
Yes.
You heard?
Yep.
We had to make the best out of everything we had, and we always wanted to stay fly. So whether you had $1 million or you had $100, you know how to make that thing look good.
That's what it is, man. New album coming. First of all, before we even get to this Dipset thing, let's talk about you dropped the album a couple of months ago.
Wasted Talent.
Yeah.
Killed them.
My boy Steven hit me up, and because I was sleeping, I ain't gonna lie to you, Jim. I was sleeping. My boy Steven,
you gotta stay woke.
I got you. My boy Steven hit me up. He was like, "Have you heard the new Jim Jones?" Because we like a certain brand of hip hop. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he already knew I was gonna feel it. He was like, "Have you heard the new Jim Jones?" I was like, "Nah, man, I haven't got a chance." He was like, "You fucking up.
You slipping."
Jim Jones dropped the classic damn near, and you acting like you ain't even heard it. So great album, man.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I mean, I put some hard work into it. Been working on it for like a year and some change. Been working on it since I had signed did the management deal at Rock Nation. Shout out to the whole Rock Nation. I took so many turns and twists while I was doing the album, and that ended up being the finished product. Just in the house one day, and Bronx Tale came on. I'm just looking, and I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this, and just stayed and watched the whole shit before I went out, and this shit, Wasting Talent, just resonated with me. It was like, the saddest thing in life is wasted talent.
Right.
I was like, that's it. That's the album. That's the feel. That's what we're going for.
Yeah, it's a good album. And the other thing that I thought was dope about you mentioned Rock Nation was that, once upon a time you had your issues with Jay and that whole camp, but now to see everybody grow up in this hip-hop game, come full circle, and be able to do business together and make money, feed people, take care of people, and drop dope music and contribute to the culture, that's something to be commended, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, man. As you get older, you get smarter. You move a little bit different.
How did that whole situation come about? Like, who kind of broached it first?
I got a great friend by the name of Vic. We both been in the game for a minute. He's been on that side of the fence for the whole time, you know what I mean? And we just always remain friends, and one day, just bizarre, this happened, and he just asked me a question. I answered it, and the next thing I know, I was in Wandsworth having a meeting and stuff like that. So
made it official on the Rock Nation couch. What's up with this Dipset album? Okay, I got a question, because I know it's coming out Thanksgiving, right?
Thanksgiving, yes it is.
But it's not a Thanksgiving album, is it?
No. We ain't going to be talking about cutting
so
turkeys.
So Cam's not going to be like turkey, jerky. Hurt me.
Not that like that.
Funny guy. Funny guy.
Well, we will be counting chicken.
I heard that.
You know?
That's a fact.
So what are we getting out this album, man? You know, it's Diplomatic Immunity 2, right?
Nah. Way off. Diplomatic Immunity 2 was out already. Diplomatic Immunity 3 would be the next one.
Oh, my bad.
And then this one is called Diplomatic Ties. So it's about 8 records on there. Me, Cam, Jewels, Freaky, couple of features on the album. So sounds pretty good. Sounds real good.
Yeah.
You got that feel. They got that what you want to hear when you first wake up and get on the street again.
Yeah.
Feel, you know what I mean? And I can't. You're not gonna want to skip anything. I'm just happy to see it.
I'm excited because I heard the song with Jim and Swizz, so that kind of got me in a Dipset mood again. Swizz was just here, and Swizz said he's like, "Watch, I got this song with Jim Jones." And I heard it, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Preach.
But you know what it is, Zeke? we need that we need some rawness back. Like a lot of the new stuff is dope and it's cool, but it's like sometimes it's like, what do you play when you're at the gym?
But that's because you can't put your finger on it. Like when you hear us rap, you know somebody was about.
There's a lot of lit music going on out here. It's great for the club. It's great for getting hype.
Right.
There's a certain type of criteria of music you want to listen to when it comes to hustling and doing something constructive, or just in your car trying to think about your next move, or like you said, going to the gym, and it's just different moods you want to be in. And it's not a lot of music that reflects that anymore. So we always find that thin line between what's going on and what people know us for.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we put it all together. So
and it's needed right now, too. You know, they say, like, in hip-hop, like, a lot of times it's timing.
Yeah,
I feel like this is a real good
goes
time,
around
man.
full circle, like, even with all the fashions and everything that's starting to look like some of the things we were doing in the early 2000s with all these BB belts and just the whole fashion wave, and I think the music comes back around the same way. You know what I mean? There's a different pace, but you just got to catch up.
And you low-key brought a couple fashion waves in, Jimmy.
Yeah, low-key.
With the Ed Hardy, the Skull Gang. The wallet chain belt things.
A lot of different things, man. That's what we do. We from Harlem. I mean, we don't take it too much.
I'm not gonna lie. I was never into the Ed Hardy, but I did try to copy a little bit of it. It didn't really work for me though.
I don't think I was in Ed Hardy either. But I was wearing Christian Order.
Yeah, that's what it was. My bad.
I think that was like 3 times the price of Ed Hardy at the time. Shit like that. I was doing Chrome Hearts. I was doing. If you're not familiar with Chrome Hearts. T-shirt in it could run you about $900 for a tank top. That was all Rockstar shit. That's where all the big super stupid rock stars.
Now, were you paying full price?
Rockstar.
I mean, shit, it's a Rockstar store. You gotta pay full price.
What does a $900 T-shirt feel like?
Just a regular Fruit of the Loom joint, actually, with a print on it.
Yeah.
So you wear it once to toss it out?
I mean, that was the rules back in the day. I had a bunch of them tank tops.
Damn.
Those are the tank tops I had on in the balling video. It was a little different era, but I see people starting to do it again. Like I think I seen Virgil did the capsule with Chrome Heart and shit like that. Like so, you know, I've been doing a lot of these things that these designers and these artists are starting to get onto now and shit like that. Even with all the capsules like that Supreme does and that Kif does and all that type of shit. A lot of all them styles started from Harlem. When you see them doing the man-moth coats over and all this type of shit, all of that is just Harlem street style that these people are tagging the names onto these old brands and just reinventing the wheel.
Damn. Well, hey, man, if you ever want to toss out any of those $900 shirts after one time, 2600 West Island Boulevard, I'm out here. I'll be fly all winter. You know what I'm saying?
I don't buy too many $900 shirts anymore, but you know,
hey, what's up with
serve the purpose?
What's up with you and Dame? That's been a dope relationship to see you guys like stick together throughout these years.
I don't really deal with Dame, but you know,
okay. Well, then I take that back.
More power to him.
Yeah,
that's the whole answer.
Whole answer.
All right. Well, I take that whole question back. Okay, there's another one. What's up with you with 50? Because I saw you guys, very funny, by the way, but I saw you guys going back and forth on Instagram like a week ago.
Interesting dude. Always had
I'll say it.
Always had an awkward, great relationship.
I didn't realize till Jim Jones showed us the pictures how much 50 be kissing other men.
Oh, shit.
Yo,
50.
Was funny.
I never realized he kissed so many dudes before.
You know, you shoot at me, I shoot at you. You know, it's a regular game of snapping. You know.
Yeah, it was. What are you typing to Google to find those pictures? Just like 50 Cent kissing?
Oh nah.
That's another shot.
You know, with 50, you gotta keep shit ready in the tuck. You always gotta be ready for when you wake up to see if he shoots something. So I keep a couple rounds in the phone in case he wanna get frisky. I got something for him.
Yeah, that's smart. And I love 50 as an artist, man.
Dope,
but
man. 50's a dope dude, man. You know how to reinvent himself. He got one of the hottest shows on television that we've seen in a long time. Maybe since what was The Wire? You dig? Like when niggas were so intrigued by The Wire and everything stopped. Even niggas that was hustling crack on the block was like, bro, I'm going upstairs to watch The Wire. Fuck this shit, man.
Right.
So he got like the same feeling right now with Power. Like I seen everybody. Ain't nothing going on in nobody's house when Power's on. White, black, Chinese, it don't matter, nigga. Power's on. It's like Dynasty back in the day when your grandmother used to slap you in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Grandmother slap you in your head, you fuck with that channel on Dynasty, boy. Might be a little too, I might have just said my age and shit like that, but you know, you young niggas don't know what Dynasty is.
Oh, Falcon Crest.
My grandma used to watch Dynasty for sure. I remember Dynasty.
Definitely.
That's comedy. All right, so I guess one of the other questions I had, how did you guys even get back together? Because I know there was times you guys were cool. I know there was times where like you guys had fallen out, and there's tons of interviews and stuff to document that. But what was that conversation like, and who brought it up first to say, hey, man, we need to kind of get the set back
It
together?
wasn't too much of a big conversation. Tuma was real influential when doing it over a Spotify concert that happened a couple years ago, I want to say, or a year and a half ago. Kind of just was asking a favor of me and Cam. Me and Cam both respect him mutually the same. He's one of the most honest people that we know in life and also in the industry, and he's never ever bring a bad vibe to us. His energy is always correct. He was the breaking point and shit like that, and wasn't no long conversation after that. Everything was kind of there. The love was there. Everything was already understood, and since then, it's been the brotherhood getting tighter and stronger every day.
That's what's up. What about you, Zeke? What was that like from your perspective?
Nah, I'm just ecstatic over the situation because as well, I'm a fan as well. So watching my childhood friends, separate for a few and then get back together is just on again. You strike the fire and the match is back lit. So I'm ready to burn the world up with fire. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy that it's back in order. Really,
that's what's up. How's my boy Jules doing, man? Like one of my favorites, and like I'm really rooting for him.
He's always been my favorite rapper above anything else. Like I got a lot of favorites, but me just knowing him, watching him, helping him grow up and shit like that. Just he's always been my favorite. But shout out to Joel. He's back home right now. I mean, he's in good health. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Is he snapping on the album? Well, I know all you got snapping on the album.
Super snapping.
Who got the illest bars on the album? Let's keep it real, guys. Let's talk about it.
It's a battle. I mean, it's always a battle, man. When we play the records, you always say everybody's opinion. Oh, Joel's went off on that one. Oh, Cam tried to go crazy on y'all on this one. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of that. I mean, you gotta listen to it and put your own opinion to it. But I can tell you one thing: everybody was fighting like dogs in that booth. Everybody
game is up.
Putting their best foot forward.
It was super competitive when you guys all got back in the booth and were.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we haven't got the chance to record all together because of Joel's situation. I mean, Cam is always traveling, but that music come back like cooked crack.
Yeah,
the real thing.
That's what's up. You coming back to TV?
Yeah, we got. That's one of the reasons I came out here. I got a few meetings out here in LA for some networks and stuff like that.
What kind of shows we doing? What kind of shows?
Couple reality shows. I don't know. That's the business I'm in.
You know what I'm saying? And people forget Jim Jones was the first.
The creator.
Gave us the blueprint.
The creator.
The creator.
They always forget.
Love and Hip Hop.
Yes.
That was this man right here.
Jones.
So we getting like some Love and Hip Hop type stuff, or is it a little bit?
I don't know. That's what they do. I mean, we figure it out. Whatever it is gonna be good. I mean, we do a different type of TV when we on the screen. We represent something different for our people on both, and it's people. I mean, it's period. Like we put most our life on the camera, but in the realest way you can. Like it's not premeditated. It's not writing a script behind the screen and then making these artists do. It's like really living our life, and that was one of the hardest things for us is just having our real life on camera like that, and people don't understand that. So,
especially when you come from a time or an era or a place where like you want the complete opposite.
Yeah, so
then the whole game changes. That it's like you got to be on camera.
But there's so many television shows that's out right now as far as reality that you can find a dope way to show yourself on camera without having to put your family or anything on the lines. You know what I mean? So
that's what's up.
Take ality out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, man, you guys enjoy your stay in L.A. Also, shouts to you, man, because I feel like you were one of the artists early on. Before it was even, like, really fashionable, there was a time when we here in L.A. were not popping on nobody's radar. And even people like Jim Jones still reached out, still gave us our props, still showed love to a lot of artists out here. So,
I love L.A. even now, man. Shout out to my man Smoke. They've been doing pretty good out here. They kicking right now here. He got a couple records that been going on the radio and stuff like that. But for the most part, West Coast music has been some of my favorite music since I've been younger and stuff like that. And some of my favorite artists are from out here in the West Coast. And just building rapport with just so many people out here in L.A. And it's always been one of the Dipset's biggest markets. Definitely been one of Jim Jones' biggest markets from when I did Certified Gangsters to even now and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And shouts to all the homies out here that got love for me and showing
support. How did you link up with Game back in the day like that to make that song? Because that was a time where like not too many people really knew about Game like that.
So at that time where I'm from, they were saying that Game was like Eazy-E's son. So it was like, oh, this nigga spitting fire. Like, yo, the Eazy-E's son is spitting fire, whatever. His name is Game, whatever. So you start doing the research, and then we like, he's not Eazy-E's son, because I think he had tattoo.
Oh, that's so you really thought he was Eazy-E's son. You just okay.
That was a correlation, like, oh, so we start listening to the music, like, oh, so we start doing research, and then found out he wasn't actually Eazy-E's son, but the nigga was still fire. Reached out to him, got his number, got on the phone with him, and it's been like the brotherhood ever since then. Shouts to the gang, whole Black Wall Street, the whole family over there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, hell yeah. You gave us a classic, man.
Yeah, nah, that's my guy right there from the beginning. I mean, our children like the same age. Like we started grinding on a solo level, the same, like the end of the same day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, to see us both still here, to see him on the gram with that crazy mansion and 9 red cars, 4 Lambos, shit like that. It just fills me with joy to know that there's still people out here that learn how to persevere and reinvent themselves and stay in this game, man, which is a great game, and it'll help us provide for our family with things that we never had a chance to even look at when we was coming up. So
right. You know, this is going to be my last question, but you said something that kind of made me think about this right now. I feel like when artists come through here, it's like artists always talk about the 90s. Artists always talk about the new era. But like you, Game, people like that, we come from this in-between era, man, where I feel like we got the game of both. What makes your era and how you came up different from like kind of what we're doing now, but then also kind of what was going on in the 90s as well?
My era was different because it wasn't no Instagram. And the things we said, we did.
Yeah.
I mean, we rapped a lot about things that were dear to us and people that were close to us and some of the actions that they did. But for the most part, we were living what we were rapping about and shit like that.
Very true.
And nowadays, a lot of these kids are rapping about what they see.
What they Google.
I mean, is very different. A lot of times you catch these kids, they just children. They nice kids. They talented. They know how to put words together, and they say the shit that everybody wants to hear. And that turns them into somebody else that they don't even know who they turning into. So it reflects in a terrible way sometimes. But for the most part, we from Harlem, man. I came up in an era where you had to hustle. You had to fight, you know what I mean? We robbed, we didn't steal. You try to mind your business, you know what I mean? Stay as fly as you can. Try to get the baddest chick. It's no different from what they doing, but we was a little bit iller. We was playing with real cash. We wasn't scamming. It was a whole different type of movement. I mean, the feeling was different, you know what I mean? Cristal was brand new. Shit like that. That type
said
of
the Cristal was brand new.
This real rap right here.
Different type
Facts.
Different type of era.
Big
baby.
facts.
I remember when you guys first started coming out and we started to catch wind of it on the West Coast. I had a friend that was from Philly, and he told me, he was like, nah, to dip on you was like to jump you, to fuck you up. Like, and I was like, oh, okay, this makes a lot more sense now. So
There was so many things that came with this Dipset. We were so flamboyant and did so many things, and we represented so many cultures, and they started taking the name and doing their own different things with it, you know what I mean? And there were diplomat gangs, there were bird gangs, there was all.
I remember that, man. Purple City,
go to different
Skull
places,
Gang.
go to different places. They represent their own thing, and when you pull up, they showing you so much. Like this was almost scary. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it, all the love throughout the years for the support for diplomats and support that they still show us. That's why we're gonna give y'all this Thanksgiving meal on Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
It's food for thought.
And it's a Thanksgiving album, but it's
like
not
that.
a Thanksgiving
I like
album.
that.
Definitely not. We're not talking about turkeys. We're talking about this chicken. You know?
That's right.
Food for thought. I like that.
That's
I'm
a
running
fact.
with that.
But, no, we doing album
Hardcore
comes
chicken
out on
talk.
Thanksgiving, and then we doing a concert in Apollo on Black Friday. The whole week we got it doing a whole bunch of community efforts, giving back, philanthropy, and things like that in Harlem. So we looking forward to this Thanksgiving season.
Well, hey, I appreciate you guys coming through, man. Like,
No
from the
problem.
bottom of my heart, you guys always got a home here. Like,
Nah, I
what you guys have
appreciate
done in this game and continue to do, these doors are always open for you guys.
No, I
So,
appreciate that, man.
So
Keep
please
pumping
believe.
Keep pumping that 90s music. That was a
Definitely.
gracious era. That's when we came outside. Me and Zeke, I know Zeke's in 3rd grade, man. We've been outside since about 14, 15. We started going to all the big boy clubs and going to school the next day and shit like that. So we've been working for a long time. 90s was our 80s. You heard?
Oh, yeah.
Yup. You heard?
Holla at
Jim
us.
said Bird Gang. Jim Jones,
93.5.
Freaky.
Shabbat.
935. KDAY, we out here.